Hello, fabulous friends and fans. Welcome to your horoscope for the week of January 15, 2017. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. Please stay tuned to the very end of the overview because I have some very special announcements that I hope you absolutely love. So let's jump in here. Right out of the gate this week, we are going to be feeling an energy. This has to do with Mars and Saturn speaking in a type of conversation that astrologers call a square. It is a conversation of tension. It's also one of motivation. Mars is a planet of motivation, of action, even sometimes aggression as well. It represents fighting for what you want, going out there and making it happen. In its more elevated sense, it speaks to knowing some truth about who you are and being able to act from that place. And then there's Saturn. Saturn's a little bit different. Mars is a little bit more embodied, very present moment, very reactionary. It is Saturn that is anything but. Saturn can be sometimes a feeling of restriction, an awareness of where you have responsibility, and also an appreciation of consequences of the big picture and of the long term as well. Now, these two planets speaking in general, they tend to create a situation where there's a need to be patient. I remember once one of my spiritual mentors once said to me that patience is love. Patience is a form of love. Patience is how you express love. Now, whether that is love for the people you know and the people that you care about, or love for people as you walk through this world. When the sky is having this particular conversation, it really emphasizes the need to be patient with yourself and with others as well. And how is that need going to be emphasized? Well, I gotta say, it is very possible, again, with a sky like this, it's very possible that the need arises, that people do something where you gotta be patient with these people. It may be also on your behalf, you're feeling some very strong emotions, you've got to do something with this, and there's a need to remember to be patient with others, that really we all are doing our very best. It's hard sometimes to really appreciate that. It's hard sometimes to connect with that, how much it is that really we are all, to the best of our abilities, moving through the world, as we learned very early on would help us to move through the world, and how it is that that in some way represents the best in that very moment, which could change as well. So are you going to contribute to that change? Are you going to be part of contributing to this person maybe being better than they were before? And it's not anything that you've got to lecture people with, or you've got to tell people to do. It really is your treatment of others that can go a really long way in this. So we've got this conversation playing out, and even within yourself, as I said, I do think that some very strong feelings are going to arise. There's going to be a need to stop, take a breath, right? Decide and remember who you are. Like, what are your values? What are the things that you hold to be true about yourself, about how you want others to feel around you? That's where it is that you want to connect. And also, I think about this idea of power. Like, what is power? What is power truly? How do we define power? Well, some people say power is the ability to change people. Some people say it's to change people for the better. And then there's also other forms of like performance of power, if you will, right? It's not so much about what's happening in people's hearts and in people's spirits, but more about what you're able to like demonstrate or wear. So when we're looking at power, and particularly with this sky, when we're looking at power, there's a need with this to better understand what our own personal definition is. Not only the one that we believe in a more exalted sense, what do we believe that that personal definition is, but how are we living it or not? And if we're not living it, this is going to be very much a reality check. It could very well be that, you know, you do something, you say something, and someone has a reaction, and you're like, okay, that's the exact opposite reaction that I am going for. And then that could be a reality check for you. But it is also possible, of course, that the lens is about you. So it's not so much about how they're reacting, it's more about how you invited that, if you will, right? You sort of inspired that within them, and then you can decide if you like it, if you don't. And there's also a need with this energy to treat other people as patiently as possible, to love people as much as we can. I know it's easier said than done. It is, really some of the work that I think we're here to do as human beings, is this understanding of what it means to be compassionate, to open our hearts. How are we going to actually live that, right? These are like the higher attributes that we aspire to as human beings. We don't always live it. We don't always have it. But with this sky, what's really great about it is that we are going to get that perspective. We're going to get that reality check that shows us where we are consistent and where it is that maybe we are not as much as we would like to be. Where it is that we could communicate better, where it is that we could use our power better, especially in light of consequences and especially in light of the bigger picture. One other way that this energy can play out, as I started off by saying, this is what Mars is and this is what Saturn is. When they come together, it is a feeling. Some restriction is there. Some need to accept where you have power, but also where you don't. Now, if you think back, Mars retrograde season last year that I talked about, it was during Mars retrograde season that a lot of us were getting this understanding, where you have power, where you don't, and to focus where it is that you do, what I like to equate to the serenity prayer. This sky says that there's a moment where that lesson very well is going to arise, is going to come up, where we get to ask ourselves, what did we learn? What did we learn about where we have power and where we didn't? And how are we going to exercise our power going forward? Now, collectively as well, Saturn tends to represent traditional, more conservative values. And then, of course, Mars coming along and having this conversation. There could be some challenges to more traditional or conservative ways of looking at things. Or there could just be people trying to figure out how to actually make any kind of challenges to any structures that they think they desire to change. Where you have power, where you don't, how to best exercise that power. All of that is going to come up right around this time. I do think this Mars energy is going to invite all of us in some way to be more aware of how it is we are using our agency, how we're using our power to be a voice and to be active in what it is that we desire in the world, who it is that we believe that we are. How is it that we are using that? Whether you want to think of it as effectively or whether you want to think of it as true to the self. By having that awareness, it can only help us to move closer towards that ideal that we wish to represent in the world. Now, elsewhere in the zodiac, the sun will move into the sign of Aquarius. So happy birthday to all the Aquarians out there. I hope that you enjoyed this month so much, your birthday month. And shortly after that, this is what's really beautiful. I am so excited about this. We have a very sexy conversation taking place between Venus and Pluto. So Venus is speaking in harmony with Pluto. Now, this is goddess of love, of course. So there's going to be a love and a desire and a depth right now to all things related to matters of heart and matters of romance. If there's any kind of, event, or maybe not event, maybe even a declaration or a flirtation that you're trying to make happen, this is some really good energy to use. Now, luckily, earlier in the week, we're going to have our reality checks. We're going to know which way the wind is blowing, if we like it, if we don't, what's the best way to understand ourselves. And so by the time we get to this particular conversation, chances are we, kind of know where we stand. So any action that we do take is not going to be the kind of action that seemingly comes out of nowhere. It's based on a more honest evaluation. So that can be really nice. Also with this, it tends to be really nice to connect with people on a certain level of not only having to do with romance, of course, but also the love of change, the love of honesty, the love of seeing something more profoundly, more deeply, the love of rebirth, however small that may be. All of that is indicated with this particular sky. This is energy you can use really well. We do right now have Mercury in shadow still, but just, finishing up right now, right? That Mercury retro season is almost over, so that's super exciting. But right now, even with that, when I see this conversation, I'm going to put it out there. If there's any kind of like physical or beautifying things that you're trying to do, whether it's something temporary like a spa treatment or a haircut, or whether it's something that's going to last for a little longer, like a tattoo or maybe some fillers, right? Whatever the case may be for you, whatever you're into is awesome. Whatever it is that you need to be at peace with yourself, to be happy with yourself, I am all for. Anything that makes you a kinder person in the world, I am all for. And anything that isn't involved in hurting anybody, I'm all for. Well, let me just say, with this particular sky, you're probably going to like the results a lot. And chances are the types of change that comes forward is one that pleases you as well. We can use this energy also to consider what love means. Now, I think about love in terms of, yes, again, there's romantic love, but also self-value, self-love, and having that sense of an honest evaluation. Knowing what it is that maybe you're coming to accept is actually, maybe not forever and ever and ever, and that would be okay. But also coming to accept where maybe something could be as well. This week certainly has honesty written all over it. It's got, some depth of perception written all over it as well. As much as in the early part of the week, there may be some impatience and there may be some need to take a breath in order to see it. Once we do see it, we can't help but be better for it. In fact, I would say we can't help but let it lend itself to us, not only becoming better people, but also learning something about what it means to love others, to love romantically, to love platonically, and of course to love and value yourself. Well, thank you so much for watching. I'm truly so grateful for it. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, thumbs up. It means so much. Here come the big announcements. So if you were on my Facebook Live earlier this week, some of this stuff is not going to be that big a surprise. I'm really excited. I'm super, super excited to share a couple of things with you, some new things that I have launched. Let's start with the evolution of Fabulous. I have been waiting a long time to share this with you guys. You have no idea, I've been waiting a long time. And actually, I had done something similar to this years ago, like way back in the day. And I knew that I would return to it. And now here we are. This is the moment. This is the time. And I'm super excited to present to you Fabulous Superstar. So Fabulous Superstar, oh my God, this is the chance to be part of an amazing community of superstars. But not only that, this is premium content. This is memberships on my website, nadiyashah.com. And with that membership, you get expanded horoscopes, exclusive videos, and first look videos as well. So what that means is for the weekly horoscopes, if you want to know, I'll continue to do the overview. I'll be here on YouTube. I love YouTube so much. YouTube has blessed my life in a million ways. And I love this weekly show that I do with you guys. So I will continue to do the overview. But if you would like that more thorough analysis of what's happening for your sign, just like I do the monthly horoscopes where I look at life and love, and I get into some detail and I talk about the different things and ways that you can use this particular week towards your awareness, towards your happiness. The same way that I make those videos, that is what you can expect, exactly what you can expect when you watch these weekly videos. So you can go to my website, nadiyashah.com, and sign up now. Until the very end of the month, I have a very special offer, an extra special offer that is only available to my very, very first superstars and not going to be available after that. So regularly, the regular price is going to be, if you want access to one sign, if you just want to know that you want to watch your horoscope for your sign every single week, every month, plus exclusive horoscopes, like I said, to get exclusive content for your sign as well, that's going to be $11.95 a month. And if you want access to all signs for all the different videos that I will put on there, that is going to be $19.95 a month. It is a subscription. What I am offering is discount just until the very end of this month. For $120, which is a full 50% off, you will have full access. It's a full access pass, and that is an annual rate. And after the 31st of January, that rate will be grandfathered. So that's not going to be offered anymore, and it'll just go by the monthly rate that is the regular price. I hope that you enjoy it, right? I really, really hope that you absolutely love it. For less than a cup of coffee every single week, you will get some amazing content. So Sundays, maybe you get your coffee, maybe you'll get like one size smaller and join me there, or maybe you'll get the coffee and you'll join me there as well. But of course, you know, I always do, and I always hope that everything I put into the world is about affirming that the universe is wise and loving. And this really is just the next level of that, the next step of that. And this is something that, as I said, I've been feeling is a long time coming. And I do believe that this is going to allow me to continue to be part of that voice in the world that wants to magnify love and wisdom. I will still continue. At this point, I'm continuing the monthly horoscopes. Now, I know there were no horoscopes for January. There haven't been annual horoscopes yet. I am starting to get better, and I'm super excited about that. I'm still not totally 100%. Like, I still have to take my breaks and take care of my throat and rest, but I'm getting there. I'm really, really close. I'm super, super happy about that. Super excited about that. You may see me sort of like having to take lots of tea breaks because I don't edit. I didn't edit the Facebook Live that I did. So people saw me having to take some moments, what I called a hacking break. And that's on Facebook. So, and it's also, actually, I'll post it on YouTube as well, so you'll be able to see it. But I am getting better, and I'm so, so happy about that. And I am just looking forward to, yes, of course, growing this community, but also catching up and putting out some content on YouTube as well. So it's not only going to be just, I'm not going to exclusively be on my website, nadiyashah.com, but that is going to be sort of an area, a very special area, as I'm calling my very first superstars. And we're going to create an amazing community there together. You can watch the videos right there on my site. You can comment on them. I'm just so excited. I've been replying to these comments and the love. I've been feeling the love. So thank you so much. So again, you can sign up for Astro Fabulous Superstar on my website, nadiyashah.com right now. And I hope, of course, all friends and fans out there will join me on my website, nadiyashah.com. And Astro Fabulous Superstar is what it is. And I'm really looking forward to growing that community with you guys there. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your trust. Yes, there's the evolution of Astro Fabulous Superstar, but now there's also something else that I'm super excited to announce to you, and that is the evolution of Synchronicity University. So I've been getting lots of emails of people asking for certification programs, asking for more classes, how much they missed the classes. So I hope that you will join me at the all-new Synchronicity University. What's happening is the Equinox event. It is the Synchronicity University online event in real time. It is going to be this March. So over the course of March 17, 18, 19, I am going to teach 12 classes. I am so excited about this. 12 classes, 4 classes a day, 90 minutes a class. If you sign up now, what also happens is you choose what you want to learn. And so you tell me when you go on there, you register, you're forwarded to a forum, and you will tell me there what you want to learn. And I will either create a lesson specifically for that, or I will find a way to incorporate it into a lesson. But I will like literally be going through all the forms of people who register before March 1st and are part of this all new thing, Synchronicity, the online event, the Equinox Magic event. So altogether, there's going to be 12 classes for each day. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be really wired. I'm going to have my coffee with me. I'm going to have my tea with me, all different kinds. And we're really going to enjoy ourselves. And full downloads will be available afterwards, whether you want to, refer to it again, or if you can't join us live, you'll have full video downloads afterwards. After March 1st, the schedule will come out of what the classes are. So if you just want to take 1 or 2, that's fine as well. If you register before March 1st, you get 4 classes free. So 4 out of the 12 classes are free, and you get to decide what you're going to learn. If you register after March 1st for all classes, you get 2 classes free. And of course, as I said, you can purchase the individual classes. Now, there is also going to be on March 21st an equinox surprise event, and that's going to happen in the late afternoon Eastern time. And I will announce that as we get forward. The surprise is going to happen, like the surprise that I'm doing is going to not be made aware of until I'm actually doing it on the 21st. But everybody, whether you register for all the classes or just one class, anybody who registers is going to have access to this very special live event. And again, I hope that you will join me. Lots of you have been asking for more classes. And as I said, it really is. I mean, I thought about doing like a whole, like, you know, a very structured A, B, C, D kind of course. But I thought, you know what, like people know what they need to learn. They know what they need to do. People know who they are. And so I'm giving you the chance to tell me what it is that you want to learn, and whether I've already taught it or not, I will find a way to incorporate it in these 12 lessons. Wow. We're going to have a lot of fun online together. So you can sign up for that at synchronicityuniversity.com or really nadiyashah.com. Just go to nadiyashah.com and join the evolution of Synchronicity University. Full video downloads, classes chosen by you. Super excited about this as well. I'm right now, I am in Vancouver. You may have noticed I am in Vancouver right now. The city is back there. A light is being reflected. That's okay. I really like it here. I'm really happy to be here. I felt, you know, I'm one for exotic places. I love to travel, as some of you know. And I don't know, I just felt like this Cancer full moon just really made me feel like I want to be home right now. I want to be in my home, in my country. And even though I'm from Toronto, I wanted to be here in Vancouver. I have the Kelowna event coming up, and so it really is thanks to them that I was able to come out here. That event is coming up. It is Friday the 20th and the 21st. There's a workshop. I just connected with the workshop organizer very recently. She said there's only a couple of spots left. It is expected to sell out and be totally sold out. Space is super limited. So if you are in the Kelowna area, I would love to meet you. Immediately after, I'm going to have a book signing as well. So again, I'd love to meet you guys. And Kelowna is going to be a lot of fun next weekend. And also, we have coming up in the middle of, I believe my talk is on the 17th of February, but I will confirm that with you. But I am part of the NCGR conference in Baltimore, Maryland. So I hope that you will join me out there, listen to amazing astrologers. I'm so grateful to be considered part of this amazing collective, this amazing group. And I think that, again, we're going to have a lot of fun out in Baltimore as well. But I am in Vancouver right now, and I am loving it. And it just feels, it feels like home. As soon as I arrived, it just felt like an exhale, like, yes, I'm supposed to be home right now. So it's not a regular feeling for me, but it is really nice also. So I'm looking forward to meeting friends and fans here in Vancouver as well. And I am thankful for all of you as well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your love, for your trust. I'm going to keep doing this weekly show on YouTube. I should be back February, fingers crossed. Please send positive energy. I am hoping to be back with the monthly horoscopes for February. And I'm hoping to at least post something having to do with the year ahead, but I'll keep you guys posted on that. And I appreciate your patience. I appreciate your love as well, and your trust as well. So yes, we have our Astro Fabulous, our special superstar space that I hope you will join me there as well. But of course, we have this YouTube space where we will stay connected as well. And I'm so excited about what is ahead. Beautiful things are ahead for all of us. And really this week, yes, there's lots of emotion happening as we're starting the week. It's change, right? Change is happening. And we have to find a way. It's not just about adjusting to it, but it's about seeing the wisdom in it and thriving in it. Understanding that it isn't just about what's changing and you don't know how you feel about it, but it's about knowing that this is leading us all somewhere good. It's leading us all in a direction of being aware of and connecting with that greater sense of love and wisdom. I do think that that's part of what this week is about, but I also think that's part of what this time is about for all of us in terms of humanity. Focusing on the love and wisdom more intently so that it magnifies that much more. That is the intention behind absolutely everything that I do, and these new ventures as well that I'm super excited about. That is the intention behind all of it. And so I hope that you will join me. I hope that you'll join me in continuing to be part of growing this energy of love and wisdom in the world. Thank you so much again for watching. It'll be a great week. Enjoy.